Hello. Our last section is going to be about the science of happiness. So, happiness is one of the most sought after emotions, yet it remains one of the most complex to define and to achieve. Is happiness a fleeting emotion, a long term state of being, or something that can be scientifically understood and cultivated? Over the past few decades, psychologists, neuroscientists, and social scientists have explored this question in great depth. This presentation provides an overview of the science of happiness, explaining what it is, how it works, and what you can do to enhance your own well-being and your own happiness. In scientific terms, happiness is often described as a subjective well-being, SWB, a combination of life satisfaction and positive emotions. Researchers divide it up basically into two primary types. Hedonic happiness, the form of happiness, is based on pleasure, enjoyment, and the avoidance of pain. It involves experiencing momentary joy, such as eating your favorite food, watching a great movie, or receiving a compliment. And then there's eudaimonic happiness that's rooted in Aristotle's philosophy. This form of happiness is about meaning and purpose. It comes from personal growth. It has deep connection to other people and contributing to something greater than yourself. Both types contribute to overall well-being, but research suggests that a balance between the two leads to a most fulfilling life. And so ask yourself, what do you think happiness is? It's not just a state of mind. It has a biological basis. Scientists have identified key neurotransmitters and brain regions that play crucial roles in how we experience happiness. Dopamine, often called the reward chemical, it is released when we experience pleasure or achieve something. It reinforces behaviors that make us feel good. Serotonin, that's a neurotransmitter that helps regulate mood and social behavior. Higher levels are linked to feelings of happiness and well-being. Oxytocin, known as the love hormone. Oxytocin is released through social bonding, trust, and physical affection. Endorphins. These natural painkillers produce feelings of euphoria, often triggered by exercise and even laughter. The prefrontal cortex, which governs decision-making and emotions, and the amygdala, responsible for processing emotions like fear and pleasure, both play essential roles in happiness regulation. So the prefrontal cortex governs decision-making, contributes to long-term happiness by regulating your thoughts and your behaviors. The amygdala, that processes emotions like fear and pleasure, overactivity can contribute to stress and anxiety. The hippocampus, involved in memory and emotional regulation, is crucial for recalling positive experiences in your life. By understanding these biological mechanisms, we can take proactive steps to boost our happiness through lifestyle choices that positively affect our brain chemistry. There's also several psychological frameworks that attempt to explain what happiness is. The PERMA model by Martin Seligman introduced 5 key elements of happiness. P is positive emotions of joy, gratitude, and hope. E is for engagement, and that means being fully immersed in your activities, the things that are right in front of you. R, relationships. It's important to create good social connections and good support systems. M, meaning. This is finding purpose in your life, things that are meaningful to you and to others. And A, accomplishments, actually achieving your goals. The hedonic treadmill, or the hedonic form of happiness, is a theory that suggests while external events like getting a raise or winning an award might temporarily boost your happiness, people eventually return to a baseline. This explains why material wealth does not necessarily lead to long-term satisfaction. Maslow's order of needs explain a lot about what we think we need. So Abraham Maslow proposed that happiness depends on a certain sort of ladder of events. First of all, you have to fulfill your basic needs like food and safety before you can move forward towards higher psychological and self-actualization needs like achievement and creativity and personal growth. So love and affection, fulfilling basic needs, those are all part of the human growth cycle that leads to happiness. How does culture affect your happiness? Well, different cultures define and pursue happiness in unique ways. Western cultures like the United States and Europe focus on individualism and personal achievement. They emphasize a lot of hedonic happiness that pleasure and personal freedom and money bring us. Eastern cultures like Japan and even China focus on collectivism and social harmony. They emphasize eudaimonic happiness, duty, family, and meaning. Interestingly, happiness research shows us that social connection is one universal factor in well-being that really cuts across all cultures. So can you increase your happiness? Yes, you can. How can you do that? Well, you have to practice gratitude. Keeping a gratitude journal or reflecting on what you're thankful for increases positive emotions and life satisfaction. There's many studies out there that show that gratitude rewires your brain. It literally can make you more optimistic. Cultivating strong relationships. Human connection is one of the strongest predictors of happiness. Human beings need social relationships. Investing time in meaningful relationships boosts the oxytocin in your brain, and it also lowers your stress hormones. Engaging in physical activity. Exercise releases endorphins. It reduces stress, and it improves overall well-being. Even moderate activity like walking can enhance your mood. So when you're feeling down, get up, go for a walk. Meditation and practicing mindfulness and prayer. Mindfulness meditation strengthens the prefrontal cortex and reduces overactivity in the amygdala. Taking time to be quiet and move yourself into prayer leads to greater emotional balance and happiness. Giving to others. Acts of kindness, whether through volunteering, donating, or even simple gestures like a smile, can activate reward centers of the brain, leading to many forms of happiness and long-term happiness. Limit your social media and your screen time. Excessive social media has been proved that it is linked to lower self-esteem and increased anxiety. Taking breaks from social media and setting boundaries with screen time can improve your mental health in a very short period of time. Pursue meaning and not just pleasure. Engaging in activities that align with personal values and long-term goals lead to deeper, more lasting happiness than short-term pleasures. So, in conclusion, happiness is not about chasing pleasure. It's about cultivating positive emotions, meaningful connections, and a good purpose. Scientific research shows us that small daily habits can rewire your brain for greater happiness and for fulfillment. By applying insights from psychology, neuroscience, and social science, anyone can take proactive steps to lead to a happier and more meaningful life. And I don't think that there's any time better to start this than today. So until next time, try to be happy.